Hey everyone, I just came to talk today about why you shouldn't put a relaxer in your child's hair. I don't think anyone needs to have a relaxer in their hair, especially a child. We've been conditioned for so long to alter the way that our hair looks that we don't even like the way that our own hair grows out of our own scalp. Putting a relaxer in your child's hair at that age, like 5 and 6, that's just too young. You have to look at it. You're putting something in your child's hair. You're basically telling them that the way that your hair grows out of your scalp is not worthy. So then you have your child growing up thinking that the only way they can be beautiful or attractive is to have straight hair. To have straight long hair that flows all the way down their back. Hair that just does not grow like that out of our own scalp. Our hair will never just be flowing in the wind like, I guess like a white person or Asian or whoever else has straight hair in their culture. Even our white people, their hair isn't silky straight. There's a lot of white people who have curly hair. But the point I'm trying to make is that we need to start teaching our children to love themselves and to love the way that they look, to love the way that God made them. Because if you're teaching them that their hair is bad, then they're going to grow up to think that their hair is bad. When I first decided to go natural, I had people tell me your hair be nappy, your hair is going to fall out. Don't worry, you go back to perm your hair because you're going to get so tired of dealing with it. Why would you want to be natural? Who wants to? And some people didn't even know what being natural was. When I said I'm going natural, they're like, natural? What's that? I'm just not going to put a relaxer in my hair anymore. And it was kind of shocking to them because they were like, why would you not want to put a perm in your hair? And it just made me think that we've just been conditioned for so long to think that we actually need this stuff in our hair, and we don't. We do not need this stuff in our hair. The only reason why we put a relaxer and perm in our hair is because during the slave era, we wanted to look like our oppressors. That's the bottom line. But that's just my opinion. I believe that when you're oppressed for so long by a group of people that you look nothing alike, you do everything and anything you can to fit in. And I think that that's what we tried to do. Everyone thinks that Madam C.J. Walker invented the relaxer, but she didn't. It was actually Garrett Morgan. He invented and made the first relaxer, and I'll post a link at the bottom, and you can go read about it and how he whipped up this concoction that we now call a relaxer. Anyway, you just have to think, do you really want your child to grow up and not love who God made her to be? God made our hair this way for a reason. You have to think we are the only people in the world who have hair like this. No one else has hair like this. No one else can grow hair like ours. God made us this way for a reason. I just want us to be able to appreciate who we are and love ourselves, because if you don't love yourself, then nobody else will. If you don't love yourself in your natural state, how can you say you love God when you can't love yourself? That's just my opinion on that too. I'm sure somebody else would think differently, but I'm just not going to put those burdens on my child for her to have all of those worries growing up, being insecure about how she looks, just crazy stuff where you can just let their hair be how it is. If you go to Google and you put up and you type in, let's say, put in bad relaxer experience or bad perm incidents, just type in something like that and you'll see pictures come up. You'll see articles written about how damaging a relaxer is. Just go in and type in what are the ingredients in a relaxer, and then type in each one of those ingredients, or just type in why relaxers are bad for your hair, and you'll get your answer. It's damaging. People are going permanently bald from having this stuff. I went over to a friend's house, and there's a lady in her apartment complex. This is about 2 years ago. She had burn marks all in her hair. I thought she got burned. So I asked my friend, hey, what happened to her hair? We what happened to her scalp? And she told me the perm did that to her hair. I've never seen anything like that ever. It looked like she took her head and held it in a flame of fire, and it was just burned bad. And I know a lot of people are gonna say, well, that's just one bad experience, but too many people are having it. Children's hair is becoming damaged. There was this story of someone put in a perm in their 4-month-old daughter's hair. I don't know if that was true, or she straightened it or something like that. I think she just straightened. I don't think she put a perm. I think she just straightened it, which was still stupid. We've been conditioned for so long to hate everything that God made us. I'm sorry. We've been conditioned for so long to hate everything that we are. We don't like the way we look. We don't like the way our hair looks. Some of us don't even like the way we're shaped. We don't like our eye color. We don't like anything about us. Nothing. And I don't get it. No child should feel that their hair is bad. You should never call your child's hair nappy or any of those derogatory statements that people make about their own hair, that black people make about hair. We should focus more on becoming who we are, becoming who God wants us to be. I believe that's why there's so much craziness going on in the black community now, because we've gotten away from who we truly are. We've gotten away from the people that God truly wants us to be. And until we start working on ourselves, until we start building healthy relationships with one another, pretty much everything is just going to stay the same. Well, I'm not really trying to make this a really long video, but please don't put a relaxer in your child's hair. Please teach your daughter and your son, because there's men who have perms in their hair too. Teach them to love the way that their hair grows out of the scalp, the way that God made their hair grow. Don't put a perm or anything like that in their hair and teach them to hate the way that God intended for them to be, the way that God intended for our hair to grow out of our own head. Teach them to love every strand on their head, no matter how it looks, no matter how coarse it is, no matter what color it is, no matter the kinks or anything. Teach them that, hey, this is the way God made us all, and we need to love ourselves. God made us in His image, not the image that we wish we were in or whatever. All right, that's it, guys. Peace and blessings.